See, I mean, it's great to talk about it. Now, but Ryan feared out there, and people don't even know that.
Ryan Garcia.
Is it good? It's been going on this long.
Touch on that a little bit because people see Ryan Garcia, they see the social media following, they see the pretty boy look.
They know he can fight them.
Oh, they deceive.
They know he can fight. They know he can fight.
His peers.
Fighters know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're sad in their own way, but they know he can fight.
Let that go.
They know he can fight. You know what? Why would you want to make a quick $5+ million knowing that a guy can't fight? Get him out of the way.
Yeah.
Get it over with. Make this quick bag of money.
You want to sponsor beef? For real?
We don't have no beef.
Okay, there we go.
We don't have no beef.
There we go.
We see, when it comes to knowing that my partner can verify this Oscar, when it comes to knowing greatness, I lost my first pro fight. And I told Ryan in the dressing room, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Who I got, Ryan or Conor Benn? I for sure got Ryan. I ain't gonna lie, easy money. I think that'll be fairly easy for Ryan. I think Conor just too small, and then Ryan big, and he's fast as hell, so it's just gonna be a lot to deal with for Conor, I think.
Who's winning September 12th? I think Garcia's gonna knock out Ben. I think he's gonna knock him out.
Not me.
You think Ben?
I think Ben's gonna knock him out, fool. Yeah.
I think Ben's gonna win.
Yeah, now knowing fucking WWE shit, not taking that.
And I've been seeing
Fool. He always does that shit though, fool.
I've been seeing Conor Benn going hard in the gym.
Nah, I still think Ryan's gonna knock him out, fool.
And Conor Benn has more heart.
Nah, fool, but Conor Benn gets drained, fool, at 47, fool.
Yeah, but he has more heart.
Too drained, fool. It doesn't matter, fool. Ryan's gonna catch him, bop, and he's too drained.
I mean, it's the battle of the PEDs, some would say, not me. That's a mean-spirited thing to say, and I wouldn't say it, all right? But at 147, I think Garcia's too good, don't you?
We are talking about levels here, and Ryan Garcia is proven at that level. For Conor Benn, it's a coming of age fight.
Did he swallow it against Davis?
No, Gervonta Davis, yeah.
Gervonta Davis. And Carl Froch's never forgotten that, has he? Because he says he could have got up. He could have got up. He chose not to get up.
Yeah.
So if it's there once, as you boys would say, it'd be there again, and Conor can bang, can't he?
Well, that's the makeup of people. Yeah, Conor can bang at a certain level, at a certain weight, but can he bang at 147? Is he a world-class puncher at 147?
When fans talk about the clash between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, the conversation usually revolves around Ryan's blinding speed against Benn's relentless pressure. But what most casual viewers are completely overlooking is that a Hall of Fame legend from Ryan's own promotional team has already exposed the exact blueprint to beat him.
The question is two-sided when it comes to, well, Ryan didn't get up, Oscar didn't get up. It was both body shots. That ain't the debate. The blame game and responsibility and ownership, that's the man.
That was my question.
Hold up. That's the man in Oscar. And that's the boy in Ryan. See, the boy and the man. We ain't talking about hair on your, you know what? We ain't talking about hair under your arm. That's beautiful. We talking about how do you handle a situation of this magnitude as a man.
Bernard Hopkins didn't just critique Ryan's defense. He pointed out a biomechanical flaw so glaring that it essentially handed Conor Benn a roadmap to an upset. If you look closely at the tape, Ryan has one structural habit that he simply refuses to fix. And against a fighter built like Benn, that single habit could cost him everything. Ryan does have some of the weakest defense, music, in the sport of boxing. I mean, the amount of times we've seen this guy caught and dropped is ridiculous. It's been, music, 3 times now. And Gervonta Davis, fair enough. But to fighters like Roy Romero and Luke Campbell that aren't exactly at that top level, it shouldn't really be happening. But the root of the problem comes down to what Hopkins famously described as the blue heron stance. Instead of bending at the knees, setting a wide base, and changing levels like a traditional counterpuncher, Ryan fights completely erect. Hopkins warned that standing straight up with your chin elevated like a tall, skinny waterbird is an absolute death sentence against elite pressure fighters. When you stand rigid without changing eye levels, you become a stationary target for anyone who knows how to slip inside. Lightweight and super lightweight classes, Garcia's advantages, music, in height and reach encouraged him to adopt an upright orthodox stance. Engage. While effective against lesser opponents, this posture can be exploited by experienced sharpshooters who know how to disrupt his rhythm. This issue is further compounded by his tendency to drop his hands while keeping his head relatively static. As a result, he is often vulnerable to clean shots that leave him exposed and off balance. Also be limited going forward, music, and backwards in straight lines. This weakens both his defense.
I always say in the gym, there's do's and don'ts, there's no-nos. One of the no-nos that I'll get in the ring and I'll spend 5 hours in a row teaching a guy if I have to, where you don't lead with left hooks. I don't care how good your left hook is. I don't care if it's Joe Frazier's left hook. You don't lead with your left hook in front of a guy, because when you do, a straight punch can beat you. It's that simple, because you leave an opening. And you shouldn't give up defense for offense, in my world, and anyone's world if they're teaching properly, I believe, in this game of the sweet science, the art of pugilism. It's an art. So that moment came where he led with a left hook, he being, of course, Ryan Garcia. He led because he's been allowed to do that, because it's a habit that forms, because it wasn't a habit that was formed the other way. It's that simple. So he led with a left hook right in front, and bang, he got caught a counter left hand from Tank Davis, and he got dropped. And yeah, things changed after that. He got unsure of himself. You could go down that road.
Despite his speed and power, he has shown little comfort fighting on the inside. While his matchmaking has rarely forced him into that scenario, this part of his game does remain underdeveloped.
When he was in that seventh round, when Garcia again, he had no business being that close. It's a battle of geography, my friend. He had no business. And that's got to be drummed into his head in the gym. I'm sorry, in camp. It's got to be drummed into his head. You've been in camp with me. When I had fighters that were too close, that one was supposed to be close, I would jump in the ring. I would literally jump in. Stop! Jump in the ring in the middle of sparring. But I'm doing good. No, you're not. You're not doing what you need to do. You might be doing good on the inside for the next 30 seconds, but 40 seconds from now, he's going to be doing good. You don't belong there. You're not going to win this fight fighting in there. Get on the freaking outside. And then I would let him start sparring again. Yeah, it's a tough business. Yeah, you got to do that sometimes. The consequences are awful unforgiving, awful tough. So I don't care if I got in there and bothered him. I bothered him on purpose to correct something right there when it had to be corrected. And again, the guy might be doing good on the inside. I don't care. If our battle plan was to win the fight and know we had an advantage and a disadvantage on the inside and an advantage on the outside, I didn't let him do it. I don't care if he was having success for a fleeting moment, a fleeting freaking moment. And that's what it was. Where again, in the seventh round, he's in close. You don't belong there. You don't belong there. I don't care if you can win for 10 seconds. You don't belong there. And what happens? While he's there, he throws a punch. And when you throw a punch, you expose something. He exposed his body. He threw the right hand. The elbow came up. He exposed the body. Tank was in close proximity, which he wanted, which it shouldn't have been, but it was. It was good for Tank, bad for Garcia. And what's he do? He times him perfectly.